We've all been there. You're trying to impress someone, a new boss, a first date, or a group of peers. You're doing everything right. Your posture is perfect, your jokes are hitting, and you haven't made a single slip up. You feel like a polished, flawless version of yourself. But then it happens. You accidentally spill a drop of coffee on your white shirt, or you trip slightly on a flat carpet, or you fumble a simple word. In that moment, you probably want the ground to swallow you whole. You think, I've ruined it. They'll think I'm a mess. But what if I told you that very mistake just made you the most likable person in the room? What if that tiny pratfall was the exact thing that broke the ice and made them trust you? Welcome back to Mind Tweezers. Today, we're pulling out the tweezers to examine a beautiful psychological paradox. Why being perfect is actually making people keep their distance, and why your flaws are your greatest connection tool. This isn't just a feel-good theory, it's a scientifically documented phenomenon called the Pratfall Effect. In 1966, social psychologist Elliot Aronson conducted a fascinating experiment. He recorded an actor answering difficult trivia questions. In the first version, the actor answered 92% of the questions correctly and appeared highly competent. In the second version, the actor was just as brilliant, but at the end of the interview, he accidentally spilled a cup of coffee over himself and cried out, "Oh my goodness, I've spilled coffee all over my new suit." Aronson then asked students to rate how likable the person was. The result? The brilliant but clumsy version was rated significantly more likable than the perfectly brilliant one. Why? Because perfection creates a wall. When you appear to have no flaws, you become intimidating and unrelatable. You seem less like a human and more like a machine. But a small mistake? That's human. It signals to others that you aren't a threat and that it's okay for them to be imperfect around you too. However, there is a catch. Our psychological tweezers need to look a bit closer at the details. The Pratfall effect only works if you are already perceived as competent. If a person who is already seen as average or unskilled makes a mistake, it actually makes them less likable. It just confirms the idea that they don't know what they're doing. Think of it this way. If a world-class pianist hits one wrong note, the audience finds it charming. It shows they're a passionate human. But if a beginner hits a wrong note, it's just seen as poor playing. This tells us something profound about human connection. We don't want perfect leaders or perfect friends. We want people who are capable and strong, but who also have the humility and vulnerability to show they aren't robots. Vulnerability is the bridge that turns admiration into genuine affection. So what does this mean for your daily life? It means you can stop punishing yourself for every little blunder. That time you forgot someone's name, that time you stumbled over your words in a presentation. Those aren't failures. If you've been working hard and doing your best, those tiny cracks in your armor are actually making people like you more. They are invited into your world. In a world full of filtered photos and curated social media lives, we are starving for something real. Authenticity is the new perfect. When you acknowledge your mistake with a laugh, you are sending a message of high self-confidence. Only someone who is truly secure in their value can afford to be seen as imperfect. By letting go of the need to be a polished statue, you finally give yourself permission to be a living, breathing, and lovable human being. The next time you make a small mistake, don't hide it, don't over-apologize. Just smile, fix it, and move on. Remember, perfection builds a wall, but a pratfall opens a door. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love and respect. In fact, it's often your imperfections that make you unforgettable. If you're someone who struggles with being a perfectionist, tell us in the comments, what was a small mistake you made that actually led to a great connection? If this video helped you untangle your thoughts today, hit the like button and subscribe to Mind Tweezers. Share this with a perfect friend who needs a break. See you in the next video. Thank you.